Welcome to Mind the Major, where I say use your mind, don't lose your mind, don't get left behind, become a mind. We family over here. Today I want to talk about something that's circulating in the news cycle. Been there for like maybe almost a week now. Charlie. The death of Charlie Kirk. Now, I saw the thing. I actually happened to see the full video of the event that happened. And it was crazy. It was crazy to say the least. But with that being said, the main thing that's being said now is you got both sides going back and forth. You got people that's screaming how he was a racist, this, that, and the third, or a misogynist. He didn't like this group of people. He didn't like that group of people. But on the other hand, at the end of the day, you're talking about an actual human being. But the thing that struck me most, right? And see, I didn't know a lot about Charlie Kirk. I wasn't really up on who he was or really what he did. I'm not that political. I don't run around chasing everything that's political because I'm too busy living life in first person, you know what I mean, in first verse. But going back and looking at some of the footage of him speaking, two things I picked up on, right? Is that, and these were quotes from Charlie Kirk, right? One being that he wasn't a fan of empathy, right? These were his own words. He wasn't a big fan of empathy, right? Two, and I quote, these are Charlie's words. When asked the question, I don't even remember what the actual question was, but his answer to the question was, and I quote, that there will have to be some deaths, you know what I mean, by gun for the greater good, right? So with just these two things being said, and these are quotes from Charlie himself, I don't understand why there's such an uproar when you have people, not that I agree with everything that I've come across saying things about this story. I don't feel like a lot of the things were actually warranted. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff that I heard being said about him or whatever, I wouldn't have actually said. I mean, but at the end of the day, he said he said it himself. He wasn't a fan of empathy. So why would you feel like people would feel sorry for him? You know what I mean? If these were his own words, if I'm not going to feel sorry for the next person, then I don't expect nobody to feel sorry for me. You understand what I'm saying? And there will have to be deaths by gun for the greater good, which was pretty ironic that he would leave here a victim of actual gun violence. You know, like I tell people all the time, you have to be very careful in the words you speak, because there's a saying that death is in the tongue, and a lot of times the universe will give you what you ask for. You might not have asked for it per se, but just aligning yourself with certain things. These are my ideas or whatever. So the universe will line you up. The universe has a way of lining you up. Oh, this how you feel? This how you feel? All right, I got you. You know, and me myself, I think that this is one of those cases. Now, there was a lot of odd things I seen, but that I doing this whole thing that I'm not even going to get into right now. But I can't actually feel sorry for him because had it been the next person, and with the quotes that came from him, he wouldn't have felt sorry for the next person. So I feel like it's only fair. But am I going to get on here and basically just spew hatred towards him because of some way that he felt? No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I've lost people to gun violence on more than one occasion. You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And the only ones that are here that he left were the people that he left behind, his wife, kids, or whatever. No, I'm not going to wish them no ill will because this is what he stood on. No, that would be crazy. But I can't stop other people from feeling the way they feel. You understand what I'm saying? I just wanted to point out those couple things. Whereas though Charlie wouldn't have wanted y'all feeling sorry for him. Because he wouldn't have felt sorry for you. These are his words. But there's some other interesting things I've seen. A lot of, and I won't say names, I've seen a lot of content creators coming out and actually having their panties in a bunch because other people choose to get online and mock the demise of Charlie. When I've seen these same people, when it was other people things happen to, get on there and pretty much make a mockery of that incident. Come on, stop it. Stop it. You understand what I'm saying? You know who you are. Y'all know who y'all are. Stop it. But if you seen the thumbnail or you read the title of the video, you say, well, how these two things coincide, right? This is how they coincide. We got all these different ethnic groups or whatever on this one rock, right? We all live on one rock, right? But can't nobody get along, right? Can't nobody get along. Everybody's beefing with somebody else on this one rock that we can't escape. I'm tired of these people. I'm going to Mars. We ain't figured that out yet. You know what I mean? I'm going to Jupiter. We ain't figured that out. I'm going to whatever planet they say is out there that's looks to be habitable. I'm going there. I'm out of here. We ain't figured that out yet. You would think that I ain't gotta like everything you say. You ain't gotta like everything I say. But some kind of way we gonna have to figure it out. Whereas though we able to reside on this one rock together, right? That brings us to the fact 31 Atlas, right? Now, you have this renowned scientist that spotted this object that's hurling through space, right? At unprecedented speed, right? And they say it's gonna come through our solar system, to be in our solar system around November, December, right? An interstellar object, meaning that this object then came from deep space, right? And this type of stuff don't actually happen. We had it happen a few years ago with Oumuamua, right? And they trying to say that it was a comet or whatever. It came through the solar system and went around the sun and was out of here. You know what I mean? But they was like, we ain't never seen no comet or whatever move like that. No asteroid move like that. So it was this big debate whether or not was this actually an alien vessel, right? But now 31 Atlas, they say is the size of Manhattan, right? This object is supposed to be the size of Manhattan. And it's coming to our solar system, right? And everybody up in arms, oh, they don't know. Now, I even heard things about it's supposed to be 7-foot black alien, hostile aliens, right? I'm trying to still figure out how you know what they look like. How do you know what they look like? That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? And even if they were, right? Even if they were, do you blame them for picking Earth, you know what I mean, as a target? I wouldn't. Because you got so many people that reside on this one place that can't get along. You know what I mean? There's no harmony, right? There's no harmony. So yeah, that'll be the best place to try to invade, if that be the case, right? But I don't know. But what I do know is it was a lot of people, right? When I used to bring up the subject matter of aliens and space, seeing UFOs and stuff like that, I was crazy, right? I was crazy. I was crazy as a bag of rocks, right? But now you have U.S. funded government branches, right? I mean that actually follow the phenomena. You have video evidence and all this now, right? But you'd be a complete idiot to think in all this space, right? Our galaxy, right? Not our solar system, our galaxy has millions of stars, right? Each star has the potential to have several planets around that one star. And you think that we the only intelligent life form, right? You think we, the people that sit on this rock, they can't get along, right? They can't find a way to get along on the rock that we can't get off of, right? I mean, and go actually stay somewhere forever. You think we the most intelligent life form out of all that?
A bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
That's who said it.
Stop it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just say stop it. You know what I mean? But anyway, I was just tapping in. I was just job tapping in. I ain't been around for a minute. I've been around. I just ain't been here. You know. But before I get out of here, you know what I mean? I want to extend a rest in peace, right? To a few people. Like my pops, my step pops, aunt, little brother Jamal, little brother Sammy. It's crazy. My homeboy Twan, homeboy Mike, little sis China. I can't go down the list. There's too many of them. There's too many of them to just go down the list because oh yeah, and most of all, T History, Yak, and these people I met on the on YouTube. My Australian brother, Dad's cool. You know what I mean? One of the only people that I conversated with, that I, you know what I mean, interacted with outside of YouTube. You know what I mean? Used to hit me, hit my email all the time. You know what I mean? Just to chop it up. Passed away. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to you, bro. Last but not least, yeah, rest in peace to Charlie. You know what I mean? Despite his views on different things or whatever, may you rest in peace. You know what I mean? Prayers go out to his kids, his wife. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta agree with everything you said, but you know what I mean? I ain't gotta champion everything you said either. You know what I mean? I could just agree to disagree. And keep on living. With that being said, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Because if you don't, ain't no telling what might happen. But before I get out of here, I just want to say, great minds think alike. And everybody has greatness in them. You never know when somebody's going to come along and pull that greatness up out of you. So to the next time, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share. It's your boy C Major. 2 and a half.